Hello, this is Amanda with From Where I Stamp, and I wanted to share two of my favorite retiring items, and this stamp set, the Country Home, and the Tin Tile Embossing Folder. I've used this quite a bit, especially with foils, but I'm going to show you an inking technique you can use with this today, and then a card that you could create with the blends using these two stamps out of this set. Alright, so we're starting with a basic gray card base, and we're going to score that with our bone folder. And then I have a piece of Smoky Slate that'll go here, and we're going to emboss that using the Tin Tile Embossing Folder. So we'll do that in a minute. So then we have a basic gray piece here, and then a Whisper White piece that we'll stamp on. Or sorry, not Whisper White, it's Basic White. Whisper White retired, it's now Basic White. And I love the new Basic White. It's just the same. Well, maybe a little bit color difference, but not much at all. And then this will be our sentiment here. And then I have a little bit of ribbon. That's retiring as well. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is do the embossing folder. And we're going to use some Smoky Slate ink with the embossing folder, and we'll need the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So we'll need this as well. It's a little dusty. Alright, so to do this, we need our piece of Smoky Slate, our embossing folder, and our ink pad. So the ink pad we're going to open up. I'm going to slide it closed. I don't always do that because I end up getting ink all over my fingers, but that's okay. It washes off in the shower when I wash my hair. So then you have to think of which side you want the ink to be on. So this is the top and this is the bottom, I think. And what you want to do is take your ink pad and just swipe it onto your embossing folder, like so. And to close it up, you just push there, pull here, and see, I got ink in my fingernail, and close it up. All right, so in this piece, I'm going to put it in a minute. I'm going to open this up so that it's ready to go. So you need the plate 1, the base, and then one of the number 3s, which is the cutting pad, because the 3D embossing folders are really thick. So then I'm going to stick this right about here and kind of make it straight with the pattern. And then I'm going to put this down, put this in here, and put the plate on top. I think you can all see that. And I'll put this through the machine, hold on to the top, put it on through, the machine away, and then there's our emboss piece all inked up. So I think that's pretty neat. And then to clean this, you can run it through the underwater. This is the Simply Chamois, and I'm not going to clean it all on video, but you get the idea. I'll wash this after. Alright, so now I can put these pieces aside. So, to finish off this piece, I'm using some of the adhesive sheets, that's what they're called, and I've cut off just a really thin trim. So, this ribbon here is a Pretty Peacock linen, what is it called? Scalloped linen ribbon. And what I've done is I've cut a piece that I want to use, and then I've just trimmed off the one side. So I get just the Pretty Peacock piece without the linen color showing through. And then I've put the sticky adhesive sheet, I should say. You could try this with the tear and tape adhesive as well. You want to make sure that it sticks to your ribbon, so just put a little bit of pressure on there, and then pull that off, and you've created a sticker. You don't need to add the adhesive sheet on the back, but I find it makes it just a little bit easier. I'm going to do this upside down so I can see if I'm right on the top. And it just sticks right there. So you could put this across there and just fold it over, but I didn't want the extra bulk of it folded over. And then just trim this off with your paper snips. There, we have a little bit of definition. So we bring in the card base, and my favorite glue is the multi-purpose liquid glue. You don't need much. I like this end better than the pointed end when putting it on larger sheets, because then you can use the applicator end to spread it around quite a bit. And then this goes down here, and I've cut it to 4 inches wide, so that way it has that nice edge all the way around. Alright, so like that. So there's the base of our card ready to go. And then next part we'll do is some stamping on our Whisper White, or basic white piece, sorry. And we're going to use some Memento black ink. And the blocks that work the best are block D. So I have the milk pitcher, because it fits a little better. I guess that's a milk pitcher. Anyway, this image here I'm going to use, because it fits better with the cut design I have. And we just want to ink that up and put that down here. Not quite right at the bottom. And then to clean our stamps, we have a Simply Chamois. I've cut mine in half just to make it a better size. And I like putting my stamps away as I go. Alright, and then we are going to try and stamp that right on top. There we go. And then wash this. And since I have the ink out, I'm also going to stamp my hello, because I think I'm going to use hello. So there's love, hello, thanks, and enjoy. So I think I'll do hello. Now for word stamps, I find it's easier to put them down on my table or my workspace and then pick them up with the block. That way there's less chance of it being all squiggly or not straightish. Stamp that right, oops. I have another piece here. Let's try that again. That's a little better. And clean that up. Put the ink away before I get myself covered. Alright, so for this I pulled out some of these blends. So Smoky Slate, light and dark for the jug. We have Pretty Peacock to match our ribbon. They are retiring. I believe they are still available. I looked earlier. So depending on when you're watching this video, they may no longer be available. Mango Melody, which is from our Brights, and Old Olive, which is from our Regal collection. So you want to start off with the light colors all the time. And I use the paintbrush, not really the paintbrush, the thicker end when doing larger areas. But you may want to use the thinner end when doing smaller pieces or just adding a little bit of color. So I'm just following along with these, I almost want to call them rust spots. Something like that. And then you want to go back with your light and just color that in, because you're dragging that dark color into the light part. And this is where I'll bring out that thin end, just to give it a little more definition right on the edge. Like so. And there. And then for the others, I did Old Olive on the leaves. So I have one finished here. So I did Old Olive on the leaves, some Pretty Peacock for the little circles, and the Mango Melody for the center. So that is all ready to go. Whoops. So now we can bring in the card base with our inked up. I really love how the blends soak through, and that's why it's great to have a piece of paper. Grid paper is one of my favorite things, or if you just have some scrap paper or something to put down when you're using the blends. Even the Deluxe Foam Matte works as well, just so that way you can protect your work surface. And then we'll use some mini Stampin' Dimensionals on the back here. We'll just put a couple of them there. And then pull off the back. Of some of them, I like doing just the corners. And then we'll stick this down. Something like so. And then to glue this down, we're going to put part of it on our image, so the other side needs to have a dimensional. And the, whoops, ha! And then the point here is good for just that little bit of glue. Take that off and stick that right about there. There we go. So there's our card, created with the Country Home stamp set and the tin tile embossing folder. So just a reminder that the stamp set and the embossing folder, along with the ribbon, are retiring on May 3rd, and the ribbon and the embossing folder are while supplies last. See you next time.